Reason we are here is because we are here to make money. And I found a stock that is going to make you money and me money. We're going to talk about Peloton because nobody knows where the bottom is. So I'm going to pull up the chart. I'm going to talk about the psychology of trading, and hopefully you guys will have the light bulb moment. I'm going to talk about what I'm looking to do as far as how I'm going to play it, whether it's going to be stock or options or both, what my entry points are going to be, and what my exit strategy is going to be. Because Peloton, which missed earnings and disappointed a lot of investors, got hit really hard. So let me pull up the chart real quick. Okay, so I've got the 5-year chart pulled up first. Now you can see there was heavy buying in May. It was up, here we go, $50, right? And then they pushed it higher again in September. Now in September, remember, it had the run all the way up to $129 or so. So from $50 to $129 is what? It's about 140%. So we knew that the valuation of Peloton was extremely high. Now it was deservedly so as long as they came through with their subscription numbers. But the problem is, now that people are returning to the gym, returning to society, their numbers are going down. And that's what people were fearful. So is Peloton still a good investment? Yes. And the reason why it's a good investment is because there's opportunity to make money. Remember, we don't really have emotion when we trade stocks. We're looking to get in, get out, and secure profit. All right, so let's go back to the chart here. We've got the 5-year chart, which is obviously too long. We're here seeing there's good support around the $60, $70 level. Now again, if we look at the stock, we're trading at $58 right now. So now we're looking at the 1-year chart, and I'm telling you there's support at the $70 level. So you see $70 is right about here. If you look above my line, the stock's been above that for the entire year. And we'll go to the 3 months, you're gonna see the same thing. Obviously way above that, as high as 116. The chart wasn't looking so great. It looked like it was gonna rebound right here. But again, we need to zoom in. So we're just gonna see that Peloton fell. Now when Peloton fell, it dropped down right around here. So that's $58. And again, it's trading at $58.50 right now. So it's not a heck of a lot higher. It's about 1% higher from the massive fall. Now, of course, there are going to be people buying because they're saying to themselves, I'm going to hold Peloton until it goes back to $75 or $100. If they're in at $58 and it goes to $100, that's an 80% return. So they're okay to hold the stock. They're not involved with options. So if you and I are going to speak about how to invest in Peloton, I could go in stock right now, just like these people right here. And again, I think I have the 5-day chart. So let's look at the 1-day chart so we can get a little better entry in here. You saw it spike off the rebound. I would look to get involved somewhere between 57, 53, which is right where we're at right now. I think, are we at 58, 53? 58.31 we're at. So it's a little higher. So I'm gonna look for it to drop a little more, out to the $58 range, and then I will purchase stock. So again, position number 1 for me, buying stock at $58 a share. Now, how much shares will I buy, or how many shares will I buy? I'll probably buy somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,000 to 3,000 shares, putting my entry somewhere close to $140,000 to $150,000. Now, why did I choose that number? Because I would like to be involved a little heavier. That's probably a 3rd position for me. I would like to have 5,000 to 6,000 shares at an average price of around $57 to $58 if possible. Again, trading like the institutions, I'm going to look for it to go up to $90 or $95 at some point next year. They will get their act together, probably in quarter 4. They'll probably roll out some new promotions heading into next year to secure more business. And by the time quarter 4 comes around next year, I'm going to look for 80%. So if we're talking about short term now, let's go short term, and I'll pull up the 5-day and we'll talk about short-term options, call options, because we think Peloton's going higher. Now, what generally happens when a stock falls off a cliff, and I'm not sure we need the chart up here to show you that, so let me talk to you guys. What generally happens when a stock falls off the cliff is it will fall pretty hard, and then it gets the first bounce, which happens within 2 to 3 days. So today being Friday, you should see the first bounce by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Now, the first bounce will likely take the stock back to $61 or so. And a lot of people will think, oh, I'm safe. I'm going to buy a ton of Peloton calls. But they're wrong. What generally happens when a stock falls off a cliff, you give it 2 or 3 days to rebound. And then what generally happens, it falls a little more. So say Peloton, we'll just use that for an example since we're talking about that stock, rebounds and I get in at, let's say, $58 today, and I get a bounce to $62 by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will sell my position. Now you're saying, why? Why would he sell his position? He just told us he's bullish. Okay, so let me give you an example of a stock that fell off the cliff, rebounded, you thought you were safe, but you weren't yet, because that's what I think we're seeing here. So let me pull up this chart right here, which is TIGR, okay? So TIGR was as high as 17, was as high as $10. It fell off the cliff. It went as low as $7.37. And then people said, that's the bottom, let me purchase. So they started buying all the way up to $8.80. And then it fell off a steeper cliff. So that's what I'm telling you is possible with Peloton. I'm saying that we could easily see a quick rebound for the first few days since it fell off the cliff. So 1, 2, 3 days. And then all of a sudden it could have a steep drop again. So I'll bring up Peloton. Again, we're at $58, so my entry is almost gonna get hit. In fact, I should probably pause this video, update my entry, because I'd like to get in at $57.50 instead. So I'm entering Peloton, shares only, 2,500 shares at $57.50. And now I have my target in, because as you see right now, Peloton is at 58.12. So I'm looking for another 1% dip. I'll probably get it at some point during the day here. It'll probably fill this gap. So again, what we're looking at is we're gonna look for a quick rebound back to this level, $63 level. I'll sell my position. I'll make $5 a share times 2,500 shares. I'll make about $12,500. And then what will I look to do? I'll look to step and repeat, meaning I will look for this stock to go back down to the $58 level. So again, I showed you in previous charts, when you see a stock drop like this, you'll see a bit of a rebound and then it'll drop again. So I'm expecting Peloton to bounce over the next 2 days, probably to about a level in here, about $63, maybe $63.50. I will sell my shares and then I will look to repurchase in the $58 to $59 range. Remember, I'm gonna sell at 63, so I'm gonna look for it to come down about $4 or about 7 or 8%. Stocks that fall off cliffs like this, they're extremely volatile, meaning they could spike extremely hard and then they could drop the next day just as hard. Now I could pull up another stock, just talk about it real quick, which is TRIT. It's a stock that I used to be involved with, TRIT. Now, unfortunately, this stock was heavily shorted. So you can see they had some news. They were coming out with earnings. They were supposed to come out with earnings. Now, earnings from Q4 of last year. So that's where we're waiting a full year for their earnings reports. They had auditors in. Now, I'm not saying I'm bullish on this stock. What this stock needs is it needs volume. However, what I'm showing you is you got the quick spike here. So let's just go to a narrower chart, one more chart. Spike here, and then what happened? Sold off, sold off. Now, when it spiked past $8, I actually think it spiked to like $9. I told everybody, sell your stock and buy back under $6. And who was right? I was right, because that's where it consolidated. It consolidated all the way down to $5.50. So I wouldn't have called the bottom. There's no way I would have gotten it at $5.50. But $6 seems more appropriate. This stock is probably a good long-term hold. Again, they go off Ethereum. They use a ton of blockchain to support their company. So I actually like TRIT. I do not have any position, nor would I suggest anybody taking a position. I don't want to be those people that leave you holding bags. Everybody, please do your own due diligence. Please, happy trading, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Remember, I drop videos every day to help you make money. That's what we do. Have a great afternoon.